Right, number 1 asks, the equation has how many non-real solutions? One of the things we have to remember is that non-real, also known as complex, come in pairs. So you can't ever say there's one complex solution. There's either 2 or 4 or 6. There has to be, because they come in those pairs that we get from using the quadratic formula. So what I'm going to do, I know that there have to be 4 total solutions. So I'm going to look on the graph. I'm going to go to y equals. I'm going to put in this equation, x to the 4th minus 3x cubed, to the 3rd is 2x squared minus 7x minus 1. I'm going to check it. X to the 4th minus 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x minus 1. I have my standard window. Let's go back to my standard window, negative 10 to 10, and hit graph. And it hits the x-axis twice, which means there's 2 real, because I can see them, x-intercepts, or solutions. Therefore, there must be 2 non-real solutions, so that I have my total of 4. Next question. What is the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x minus 2? Because I'm dividing by x minus 2, I can use the remainder theorem. And let x equal 2. So 6 times 2 cubed, just putting a 2 in wherever there was an x, plus 5 times 2 plus 2. Go to my calculator, right here. Six times 2 to the 3rd plus 5 times 2 plus 2. So my remainder is going to be 60. Now, number 5 asks me for my remainder, but I'm dividing by x cubed minus 3. I can't use the remainder theorem here. I'm actually going to have to do the division. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room here. X to the 6th plus 0x to the 5th plus 0x to the 4th plus 0x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x plus 7 divided by x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 3. Focus on the first. X to the 6th divided by x to the 3rd is x to the 3rd. Now multiply x to the 6th plus 0x to the 5th plus 0x to the 4th minus 3x cubed. Remember, when I subtract, I have to change my signs. So it becomes negative, 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 and this would become positive. Now I can simply add. Cancels, cancels, cancels. Then I get 3x to the 3rd plus 0x squared plus 0x. Since this has 4, I need 4 here, plus 7. Focus on the first. 3x cubed divided by x cubed is 3. Now multiply the 3 by everything. I get 3x cubed, 0x squared, 0x, and minus 9. As I'm subtracting, I change my signs. It becomes a plus, and my remainder is 16. Okay. Number 7. If 2 minus 6i is a 0, what are two factors of p of x? Well, if 2 minus 6i is a 0, then 2 plus 6i is also a 0. So one factor would be x minus 2 minus 6i. The other factor would be x minus 2 plus 6i. We need to distribute. This factor then is x minus 2 plus 6i. That's one of my factors. Distribute. X minus 2 minus 6i is my other factor. Okay, let's go on to page 5. And on page 5, we only have to do this one problem, but this is a really important problem to be able to do. It says find all solutions to this polynomial, and they don't give me anything, which means I need to go to the calculator and find whatever I can in the calculator as far as finding real solutions. And then I'll have to find all my non-real solutions using the quadratic formula. So let's start with x to the 4th minus x to the 3rd plus 10x squared minus 16x minus 96. Let me check it. I want to make sure I typed it in correctly. Good. Hit graph. Okay, I can see that one of my solutions is -2 and one is +2. If you're not certain about that, looks like -2 is a 0 and +2 is a 0. You can do second trace. 0. Let's find that little spider. Somehow I keep missing it. I'm going to need to read it. Yep, I keep missing it. So let's go back out. -30, 30, -30 to 30. Let's hit graph. Second trace. There it is right there. Okay, so I'm left and above, right and below, and yes, it is -2, 0. If I want to check the other one, second trace. Left and below, right and above, and I got, oh, that was actually 3, 0. Good thing I checked. 3, 0. I wonder if I just counted wrong on my initial graph. I want to see that again. I did. I'm so sorry. -2, 0 and 3, 0. So it's a good thing I double checked. But yes, you can see it very clearly here that this is at -2 and this is at +3. Which means that my, so these are 2 of my solutions. I have found 2 of my 4 solutions. This means that my factors are x plus 2 and x minus 3 must be factors. I found these by graphing. When I multiply this together, I get x squared. -3 and +2 is -1. And then 2 times -3 is -6. So this whole thing is a factor. since this whole thing is a factor, what I can do is I can go ahead and I can divide x to the 4th minus x cubed plus 10x squared minus 16x minus 96 by x squared minus x minus 6. Got no placeholders to put in. Focus on the first. X to the 4th divided by x to the 2nd is x to the 2nd. Multiply it out. X to the 4th minus x cubed minus 6x squared. Since I'm subtracting, I change my signs. Negative, positive, positive. And I get 16x squared. Carry down the minus 16x and the minus 96. Focus on the first. 16x squared divided by x squared is 16. So, multiply that out. I get 16x squared minus 16x minus 96. And I change my signs because I'm subtracting. And I get a remainder of 0. So x squared plus 16 must equal 0. In this particular problem, I don't really need to do quadratic formula. I would need to do quadratic formula if I had a trinomial, but because I don't, I can simply subtract 16 from both sides and get x squared equals negative 16. Take the square root. Because I took the square root, I have to use plus or minus the square root of negative 16. Well, I know that the square root of 16 is 4, and the square root of negative 1 is I. So here are my other two solutions. So I have solution 1, solution 2, 3, and 4. And it's an x to the 4th, and I found all 4 solutions.